Hi guys, I'm really excited for today. We are one day away from the pitch day, and I'm super stoked to see what you guys have generated over the last week. So most of the textos for today, you're going to be really familiar with. So evaluate venture proposals. Once it loads up, it's just like last week pretty much. So there's going to be 7 startups this time, and just go through, read about them, look at their splash pages, their prototypes, their pitch decks. And get a sense of what they're like. And there's going to be, as I said, 7. Get an understanding of how they work, what's going on, what their business model is, what their product is. Sort of quickly get a sense of the 7 that you'll be evaluating. Hit continue. And then you're going to evaluate them on 10 questions from novelty and creativity, business potential, how compelling is their product or service, how well designed is the prototype walkthrough, how much you like their splash page, would people be willing to purchase it, how awesome is their pitch deck, can the team actually do it, how convincing and well argued is their lean model canvas, do you believe their assumptions, how precise is it, and then how large and real is the problem that the team is solving. Did they pick a problem that you think has lots of potential, and just go through and then typed in what worked and what could be improved. And it's just like last time, you keep going through doing this, and just like last time, I'm just going to click those 2, hit continue. If you rank 2 the same on the scale, it's going to ask you to pick one that, in this case, is more creative or novel or has more business potential. So spend some time doing that, evaluating venture potential. Next, we're going to do the rapid evaluation. You've done this before. And so scales 1 to 5. And then you have the paragraph that just describes the startup very briefly. It describes the startup very briefly, and what you're going to do here is simply say, is it an amazing product idea, and does it have amazing business potential? Obviously, those can often be the same, right? So a startup with a great product often has amazing business potential, but sometimes maybe they haven't made the case for the business potential. You're not as sure. So go through and do that. These will be used to help pick the winners for Sunday. Along with your evaluation of the other proposals. So spend time doing these, do them individually, and be honest, because you're going to want your peers to be honest as well. Then there's a collaboration survey. Takes a little bit to load. But once it does, you guys know what to do. Select the people you know, and then just go through and answer the questions just like last week. After the collaboration survey, self and team evaluation. So evaluate yourself, go through, answer these questions, evaluate your team members, write a little bit about the team members. The feedback's really important, and we'll be sending you the feedback after the program as well. And then what did you contribute to the team? And this time these text boxes work. So write in just right here. Hopefully that's not buggy anymore. After the self and team evaluation, there's 2 textos that we haven't done the last 2 weeks. One is a personality survey, and so you may remember doing this at the beginning of the program, and we're really interested just to see, how Innovate Daily maybe changes how you think about yourself. Maybe it doesn't. So just go through and answer these 44 questions, whether you agree or strongly disagree, and let us know how you feel on these dimensions. We're really interested to see if Innovate Daily has maybe shaped you in ways that you didn't expect. And then finally, we have the individual awards and final survey questions. So click here. It's going to take a little bit up to load. All that. Little bit to load. There we go. For some reason, this one's starting not at the beginning, so I'm just going to go back to the beginning, guys. Sorry about that. I'll update that before I actually send out the texto. Sorry. I don't know, grab a coffee while I'm doing this. Almost there. Almost at the beginning again. Great. So what you're going to be asked is a couple of different questions about the top 3 people in Innovate Daily who you think are the most helpful or the most likely to start a successful company, or the people you'd most likely to work through. So select 3 people, and exactly 3 people. So I'm just going to pick the first 3 so I don't bias you guys. 1, 2, 3. And once I've selected 3, I'm going to be able to continue. If you don't select 3, it's going to tell you to select 3, and if you select 4, it's going to tell you, hey, you got to select exactly 3 people. So remove 1, hit continue, and you'll do that for a bunch of different variables. And then there's the final 12 questions of Innovate Daily. Once you've done these, you are done with Texos for while you're at Innovate Daily. We may be asking you some questions after the program so that we understand how we can make Innovate Daily and that we can track how you're doing in the startup ecosystem. But these are the final 12 for Innovate Daily. And they're actually pretty simple. What we really want to do is understand how you think about the relationships that have formed at Innovate Daily. Each question is going to ask you what you think about someone else's relationships in Innovate Daily. So do you think that, who do you think, in this case Sonam, considers a close friend? I am not going to answer this. I'm not biasing anything, but do your best to guess. And once you've guessed, so I'm just going to click some random things. But you should spend some time thinking about this. And then who do you think Sonam gets feedback and advice from? So list anyone who you think that would be, and you're going to do it for 6 people on those 2 questions, friendship and advice. This is going to help us understand how people think about the relationships that have formed at Innovate Daily and better allow us to, in the future perhaps, help people build better teams, help people understand the skills and the awesome talent that we have in an event like this. So once you're done with this, you are done with your Texos for the day. Make sure you get the Evaluate Venture Proposals and Evaluate Business and Product Potential done by noon so that we can start pulling that data and along with a panel of expert judges, start picking the winners for tomorrow. And then just get these other Texos done. If they are not done by 7 p.m. today, your team will be ineligible for prizes. We really need these done. They're really important to us. Yeah, that's it. And then once you're done, the Texos are done, so you can continue working on practicing your pitch and getting ready for Sunday. Thanks, guys, and really, really excited for tomorrow.